Hello again, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you've watched it, welcome. So this is me basically trying to do a video every week, although thinking about it, I probably won't do one next week. Yeah, because I tend to do these when I have time and space and work from home. Next week, I live in Hong Kong, is Chinese New Year, so I'm going to be sucked in with family stuff, and because everyone's kids are off school and so on. So yeah, it'll be a few weeks till I do the next one. Anyway, so I tend to do these videos to try and talk about midlife issues. And when I say midlife issues, it's really about trying to evolve myself as an individual, trying to elevate myself beyond where I am, but ultimately really to future-proof. Because I think that's the important thing. We're all getting older, and this is a young person's world in many ways. Even YouTube is meant to be a young person's world, but you know, I've been doing these videos for the last year or so, partly to improve how I engage with people. I think the world's going online. Everyone's going to be using videos for something. So one of the reasons why I've been doing these is to get some practice in. So I say to anybody who hasn't tried it so far, just video record yourself like this, unedited, video record yourself, put it onto the internet, see what happens. It's really just about practice, putting in the reps, just trying to get better at something, trying to develop a new skill. So, okay, so in terms of thoughts over the last week, I found out over the weekend that a friend of mine who used to live in this part of the world as an expat, who went back to the UK, has lost her job. She's a teacher, so she's been made redundant at a private school for private prep school. Now, for those of you who don't know about what's been happening in the UK, basically the new Labour government has come in and has taken away some of the privileges, if you will, that some of these private schools had from a tax perspective, meaning it's going to cost parents more money to send their kids to school. And in order to balance the books, some of these schools are having to downsize because less kids are going to be going to the school, etc., etc. So it sounds like this friend of mine has become a victim of this circumstance. Now, I'm not going into the politics of it all because, well, I will a bit. I'm disappointed. You know, I grew up in a very poor household. I was very lucky because I got a scholarship and an additional government assisted place to basically pay for my schooling. And again, I was very, very lucky and privileged because, you know, one parent family living on a housing estate. It never would have happened for me otherwise. I never would have lived the life that I've had, that opportunity. Unfortunately, things as they are in the UK, many kids won't get those opportunities. So politics aside, I think the issue really for my friend is, I think she's over 50. Let's say she's around 50, maybe either side of that line. She's unmarried, no kids, so she doesn't have that element. But again, she has to restart in a way. And I know teachers are always viewed as relatively recession-proof. People always need teachers. But her ability to get the similar kind of role to what she has had in the past may disappear because, again, this government policy is impacting all schools. So there's going to be lots of teachers in the same situation as her. You know, the school group that she works for apparently has let go of 70 teachers. So they are all going to be looking for work. I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure she'll kind of get some role, maybe not at the same level. But again, it does basically tell me again, and it's a reminder to all of us, you've got to develop different plan Bs. You've got to find ways in which you can either move to the next role or pivot to a different career. And again, this is something I continue to think about. I work in a different field entirely to her, but I know that at some point I'm going to be aged out, or I'm going to be skilled out, if that's the right phrase, as in technology will overtake my current abilities. And in that kind of environment, I'm going to have to find ways in which to stay relevant in the marketplace. So I have been looking at different skills, different opportunities. AI, we all have to learn AI to some degree. Now, at the moment, I still think we're very early on in the evolution of it. We all know about ChatGPT, we all play on it, but I think, if I was in your position now, me in my position, all of us should be trying to carve our niche in the AI space, whereby we become specialists in a field related to what we're currently doing. I feel that's going to be part and parcel of my way in which I can become a bit more future-proof, a bit more relevant to the ways going forward. But on top of that, I've always been about side hustles, the idea of finding different income streams and so on. And I've talked in the past about trying to create different ebooks and things like that online. And so I've had this ebook idea that a novella, it's probably a small novella, which I basically wrote through ChatGPT. I gave it a guideline. I said, write this paragraph. I tweaked. I wrote the next paragraph, blah, blah, blah. And so I've got this book ready. And then I started trying to work out how to create the formatting of the book, how to do the cover. And then I thought, and it's only a couple of days ago when I heard someone on a podcast, and they were talking about, why waste your time and things like that when you can pay somebody on Fiverr to do it for $20, and the return on your investment can be quite quick if the quality of that cover attracts buyers. And so I suddenly thought, why am I spending so much time on trying to create a ebook cover which probably won't sell the book because it won't be good enough? So I've invested in a cover person literally yesterday, so I'll get something the next day or so, and then I'll be able to launch this book. Where I'm going with all of this is sometimes you've got to know where to invest or when to invest rather than to do it yourself. I was basically skimping on like $20 to try and save a bit of money, when actually I should see it as an investment rather than an expense. As an expense, it's not much anyway, but as an investment, it can be a massive multiplier. That $20 could create so many more dollars. And even if it doesn't, it still is a better use of my time than me working on something that I don't really have an interest in working on. So I guess all of this is interconnected. We've got to keep on evolving. We can't be static in our thinking. Static in the thinking that your job is safe forever, your career path is safe forever, your existing skill set is safe forever. So we've got to invest our time, money, and energy in moving forward. So I'm investing a bit of money in this book cover. I spent a bit of time creating the book, I guess. And yeah, we'll see how this plays out. So yeah, I think that's really going to be my video for today. Just keep on looking at different income streams, keep on quitting things that's just removing things that are of no longer any value to you in life. That's one of my big things now. Every day I try to chuck away something, whether it's a pair of trousers, a few pieces of paper, just things that are just there that I haven't really looked at. Excuse me. And on that tip, I actually was looking at my apps on my phone. I know it's something minor, and I thought, right, what can I delete today? And I deleted a couple of apps that I haven't looked at for years or even thought about. Then it made me come across an app I'd forgotten about, which teaches you to breathe better, or at least it gives you breathing practices. So I've rediscovered this app and have in the last couple of days practiced more breathing exercises. So it's as if it's like a new app when actually I've had it for a couple of years. So streamline your life in a way that can allow you to be, allow you to move forward. Okay, I think that I've said enough today, because the thing about doing unedited videos is you can just go off into major tangents. But yeah, I've said my piece. So as I said, try this yourself. Just videotape yourself. Videotape, that ages you. Do a video of yourself. Put it onto the internet. See who watches it. See what happens. Okay, and until next time, which probably will be in a couple of weeks' time, bye for now.